Hi there, my name is Sarah Histand and I'm here to help you get strong and mobile in your body so you can go out and have lots of great adventures and fun in your life. So we're gonna do a quick workout today. This is like I don't have much time for a workout kind of workout. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. Let's start with opening up your arms wide and then we'll cross them and open them up again, and we're gonna add a step and tap to that motion. So we step through center and then tap behind, step through center and tap behind, and breathe. Try to alternate the arm that comes on top. So maybe it's your right, and then it's your left, and then at the same time, pull the backs of the hands back to the wall behind you. Open the chest. Let's add a little squat, starting small. As things start to warm up, you can drop a little lower down into that squat. We got to give the joints and the muscles a little time to warm up though before we ask them to go too deep. Okay, keep your squat and now reach across like you're reaching for the side wall. And again, you might want to start this one small because we're getting some rotation in the spine. And as that rotation comes a little easier, you can go a little bigger with the movement. Keep the squat. We're still warming up the legs. And then let's switch it up again. Squat and reach up and over. Like you're trying to reach for the top corner of your space. Big, big, big extension through your side body. Squat down, reach up. Good, let's go one more to each side. Okay, we'll let that one go and switch to a high knee punch right here. Left knee, right fist, right knee, left fist. We're alternating sides. Warming up the core and the shoulders. Keep the knees going in the same way and let's switch the punch. We'll go up to the sky. Maybe feel how that works your shoulders and back a little differently. Okay, back to the front. Couple here, and then as you're ready, we're going to twist this, punching over your lifted knee toward the side wall. So knees are going to face the front, but your upper body, upper torso spins toward the side. Taking the spine through all its different ranges of motion here before we get going with the workout. Okay, let that one go. Quick change into butt kicks. We know this one probably from junior high days. Heels in and back. We're trying to activate those hamstrings and get a stretch in the quads up front. You can stay at this pace, or as you're able, we can get a little faster with it and think about working on our agility a little more and building some heat. And maybe you're going really quickly by now. Any pace that feels good for you is great for this warm-up. Keep breathing, and then let's slow it back down. And we'll widen out feet and arms. Right hand down toward the left foot, and then right back up, and then left hand down toward the right foot, and right back up. So dynamic stretch for the hamstrings. Up at the top, squeeze the glutes and press the hips forward. So we're stretching and waking up those glute muscles. We're going to need those here in a moment. So let's get them heated up. A lot of times we underutilize the glutes. So a lot of this workout is about regaining activation and strength in the back body. All right, one more to each side. Squeeze and up, and we're there. Okay, let's take a breath. That is the first part of it. We got warmed up. Now we're going to move to a round of intervals. So first exercise is a curtsy squat. We'll move weight over to the right, take the left foot behind, and come back up, and that's our move. So here comes the timer. We've got 3 rounds of this exercise. First for 40 seconds at a really stable, nice and controlled pace, working on alignment and building the base. So here we go. You can have some fun with this. It's kind of like a formal curtsy. And what we're doing is taking that left foot back at a diagonal, bending the back knee, and bending the front knee, dropping way down into this curtsy. We drop back, and then we tap the foot back here at center. A couple things alignment-wise. We're going to try to keep this front knee stacked over the front ankle and not way over here over space. Try to keep some weight on the inner edge of this right foot the whole time. So one of the mistakes people can make here is shift way over and rock to the outer edge of their foot. So I want to get us thinking about where your weight is and if it is evenly stacked over your foot the whole time. Let's go again with the same move. And now, if you've got this base going, feeling good with it, you can add some more on. We can add a knee drive. So we go curtsy, knee drive. We've got this core now working as we pull the knee up and through. And hopefully, you're feeling this in that outer glute on the right side. Okay, a little break. Last one is going to be 20 seconds long, so shorter and a little more oomph somehow. So maybe you add a little speed to it, or maybe you add a little hop. If you're hopping, make the landing your priority. You want the landing to be gentle and soft on your joints. And jumping is only an option, so you can lift the heel and just push off. That's a great way to work this. Whew, finish it off. And there we go. Okay, first in our foundation moves. Nice one, might be feeling that in that outer glute. Sometimes crossing over and folding can be nice for that area, or a figure 4 stretch. But we only have a few moments because we're going to now move to the same 3 rounds on the second side. I'm going to shift that weight over to the left. Right foot is going to lighten up. We find our curtsy and tap. All right, so these are called foundation moves because we are building them like we're building a house, putting the foundation down and adding layers of difficulty and intensity as we go. I like to think of your personal intensity scale on about a 1 to 10 sort of number. Everybody's is a little different, and each person's fluctuates during the week, day by day, really. This is maybe your 6 or your 7. So we're working here, but it's a sustainable level of work. And then this next level, let's see if we can't bump that up to maybe more like an 8. So a little more challenge, the upper range of our comfort zone. Here we go. Curtsy and tap, or you add the next layer, which is that knee drive. Good. Remember to prioritize the alignment here of your knee and your ankle. Try to keep some weight on the inner edge of your foot, and keep thinking here as we work through all these moves. If you can hone in on where your weight is in your foot, and if you can help train the body to keep the weight nice and stacked and balanced over that whole foot, it will help the whole system distribute your weight a lot better if you can do that. Okay, 20 seconds. Let's take this move and show it off. So maybe you add a little hop. Maybe you stay with the original move and just add a little more depth or speed. Any way really works. It's all good. Show it off in whatever way works for where you're at. Okay, now stretch and recover from that. Get some water. And while we do all that, I want to set up for the next move, which is a plank knee drive sequence. So this is a nice place to work on a chair. Shoulders and wrists are stacked, driving your knees right here. If you're comfortable in a plank down on the ground, you can go into this position, driving your knees right in this position. So now we're going, we've got 40 seconds. This is the first phase of this exercise. And if this is a lot for you, you could drop down to your knees and drive a knee in and out from this knee plank or tabletop position. So you've got options. Choose one of these modification options that feels like it's about a level 7 for you today. Not last week, not where you wish you were, just today. Okay, take a little break from that. If you're feeling that in your wrists, let's roll them out both directions. A couple flings of the fingers to heat up those wrists. And then remember to pull in from your fingertips a bit. That'll take some of the weight off the wrists. Okay, second round. Continue with your knee drives. If you're ready to add on, we'll take the knee under the body and toward the opposite elbow in a twisting knee drive. So knee moves under the body toward the opposite elbow. Shoulders stay even to the ground, but the hips are rotating from one side to the other. Good. Okay. So again, you can stay right there. Or we've got one more tier to add on if you want to. Knee moves out to the side toward the tricep and back. This is wide leg knee drives. And that knee is just moving to the outside and forward toward your tricep. Does not matter at all if it gets there. We're just trying to activate that oblique muscle. Whoo! Finish this last one. Good job. Okay, beautiful. Now, as you recover from that, we're moving into a push-up sequence. So again, push-ups from the chair is a great place to work this, or you can do push-ups from the wall. If you're down on the ground, you can do push-ups from your knees or from your toes. And we're just gonna work regular, static, normal push-ups here. Again, back to like classic workouts here. Now, let's send the elbows back at about a 45-degree angle. The hands are a little wider than your shoulders. And here again, we're going to start to pay attention to where our weight is. So we want some weight on the inner edges of the hands, base of the pointer finger, and the base of the thumb. And a little bit of oomph through the fingertips to pull in and see if that doesn't help take a little bit of the weight off of your wrists. Okay, so that's a regular chest push-up. We're working it here. Next level is to spin the hands out and take the elbows in, and we'll work tricep push-ups right here. So if you're adding on, take those elbows, send them back down to your heels, and the inner parts of your arms are gonna scrape your ribs. This is a tricep push-up. It's a bit harder than the regular chest push-up. We're gonna work a different part of the upper arms, that back part of the upper arms. This part is the thing that evens out the biceps. And so many of us get a lot of bicep work when we're carrying groceries or babies or whatever, and we're not working the triceps quite as much. But now we've got 20 seconds to show off your push-ups, so you can go back to regular push-ups and up level. You could go to tricep push-ups. You could alternate between the two. Whew. This is a tough exercise if you haven't done push-ups in a while. Stick with it. Get this last one in. And know that if you keep working on those will definitely get better. They are one of the things that people see the biggest gain in the shortest amount of time if you stick with them. So, all right, those were our foundation moves. Now it's time to move to the apex of class, which is our max interval. Now we're going to be working at that top level of your intensity range for 20 seconds at a pop, with little 10-second breaks in between. Our move today is called paddle borders. So here is the exercise. If you have a block or like a stack of books or like a big rock, anything like that will work. And then a ball or a shoe or like something in your hand to help you reach that block with. We're gonna do a wide-legged squat. Show it here from the front, the side. Wide-legged squat, down, tap your block, and maybe you'll start right there. If you just want to do a bunch of these, the next tier up is to go into a little jump from here, and then the next option from there is to hop this, flipping around on each squat. So we're gonna do a bunch of those. Let's get set up. Getting started in just a few seconds. Keep your eyes to the front and your hip facing the front as well. And you can squat beginning right here. Go right into that hop. Another option is a step tap right there. Or you hop it, landing gently each time. All right, so these are called paddleboarders because you can imagine a nice big paddleboard underneath you that has the potential of tipping if you lean too far from one side to the other. So this exercise is designed to help our legs get strong for sure, and our heart get really healthy if we're pushing that intensity as high as you can. It's also designed to help us work out our balance in our bodies. So notice if you tend to lean forward and your paddleboard would tip over, or if you tend to lean back, that's not going to work either. Let's work on keeping that weight balanced and centered the whole time. Good. Work that intensity range. In this part of class, we do actually work in that place that's just a little beyond where we're at right now. Think about working where you want to be. At that place, it's like you're level 9 plus. You got it. This is not easy. We're gonna work for 20 seconds. See if you can be totally done, worn out at the end of those 20 seconds. And then it's an incomplete recovery. So we breathe into the nose, out to the mouth, clean the slate, and get ready for 20 more seconds. As you become more comfortable with intensity and with these moves, I'm gonna really encourage you to go for it here. This is the part of class where it's full effort. Outside of the comfort zone, above the lactate threshold, it's like we're really going for it here. Let's see what we can do in 20 seconds. Ready? Eyes to the front, even as you rotate, and work that balance between the front and the back foot, and between the front of the feet and the heels. Keep the landing as gentle and controlled as you can, even as you get tired. And seriously, if you're really worked and slowing down, it's good, that's part of it. But here's my challenge to you. Let's see if we can keep moving through the end of the interval, knowing that the brain is gonna try to pull you back and leave a little more comfort zone than the body really needs. So we're gonna try to push into that space between what your body's capable of and what your mind wants to do. Let's see what we can do. 20 seconds, get ready. We're getting close, know that. See if you can't find full effort here. You can imagine that finish line just right out in front of you. Okay, good job. There you go, high fives. Give me one. And then let's breathe together. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Help calm the nervous system. Take us out of fight or flight there. And calm that heart rate down. Okay, so that was our intensity. You did great. Let's now move to a stretching and balance challenge. So as you pant and recover, you might want to hold on to something. We're going to shift weight over to the left and lift the heel on the right leg. Reach back for it. Put the chair over here. And then, knees come in close together. Hips tip a bit forward and the chest reaches high. So we've got a nice strong stance for a traditional quad stretch. Slow the breath. We're still working here, but we're going to try to help the cardiovascular system recover while we keep focus now on balance. So if you're adding on to this, our next part is to kick the foot back into the hand, reach the chest forward, and it's a little tip, a little bit of a hinge to the front. Doesn't have to be big. Take this right hip and dial it down. Maybe reaching forward with the left hand. This is a version of dancer pose. If you fall out, no worries. It's all part of the process. We have to lose our balance in order to gain it back, so it's all good. Now see, if you can drive into the standing leg, come back to standing, release the foot, bring it through center, lift the knee moves out and ankle in, ankle on top of the left thigh, and then stay here, or you can drop down into a figure four here. Standing figure four, we drop down into like an imaginary chair back here. That butt goes down and back. And then work on balance here. Try to soften the effort in your feet a little bit. And maybe take that left hand and press it into the right foot, pressing the foot back into the hand. See if that gives you some different stretch. So this is a really good stretch for those outer glute muscles that we worked in curtsy lunges. And a challenge for the stabilizer muscles in the feet and the lower body. See if we can undo it. Stand up, set the knee down, set the foot down, and we'll switch sides. If your foot is working really hard, roll it out, shake it out, and let's move to the second side. Over to the right, foot back into your hand, knees in close together, hips tip forward, reach the chest up. Feel free to stay holding on. It's a great place for many of us to be as we let the body adapt to this kind of balance work. It takes a little time. Good. If you're moving on, we kick the foot back into the hand first. Then a little bit of a hinge forward. You can do this holding on. The left hip is going to dial down, and the right hand may or may not reach forward a bit. Stay reaching forward with the chest. Enjoy the stretch. Maybe some openness in the front of the body. And then let's undo this. Come back up to a standing. Let go of the foot. Pull the knee up and through. Rotate. And stay here or drop down into your imaginary chair, which gives us this nice stretch for the outer glutes. Good. Keep working to slow the breath down, because some of this part of class is intentional recovery for the cardiovascular and the nervous system, which means we really need to breathe. See if you can invite the breath down into your belly, like out of your chest into your belly more. We deepen the breath, relax the foot a tiny bit. Maybe that right hand comes to the foot and they push into each other, and see if that changes your stretch. And then we'll take this apart. Press into the right foot, lift the left knee, set it down, and great job. Okay, so you are highly encouraged to stick around and stretch a bit more. I'm not going to lead you through that, but please take some more time to stretch out, maybe your hamstrings, maybe your shoulders. And if it's time for you to move on with your day, remember to hydrate, take really good care of yourself, and I hope to see you in another workout sometime down the road. Until then, take care.